Hi, this is Air. I'm going to give you a tour of Harvard Square 2, a little construction update. So you can see a lot's going on right now. This is where our restaurant is right now, and you can see Harvard is already getting started with their scaffolding, and this is where the new restaurant's going to be. But the old restaurant's still open, so keep coming. You don't need a hard hat or anything. Business as usual right now. First thing I want to show you, so we uncovered this really cool column right here, and we have the idea, instead of covering it up with the storefront and having like aluminum over that corner, we're actually going to bring glass right to that corner. So you're going to see this column behind that glass, and overall the feeling from the street will be like there's a hole inside the building. It'll be very similar to what it is right now. So I think will be really nice contrast against all the historic stuff inside. So it should be pretty similar to this. There'll be a door right over here, and you can see all the pennants along the wall, which we've uncovered. Some of the really big work that's been done recently is moving the sprinkler, which was over here covering a lot of these pennants. We've moved it to the center of the space. So now you have a much better visibility of that side going around, which is really cool. It's like a challenge to figure out how to get all the modern systems into, like, you know, compatible with old construction. I'll point to another thing right here, so you can see some ductwork coming up here. We're going to have some of the HVAC coming up from the floor, which is a little different than what we usually do. We'll usually have like big trunks on the ceiling blowing air down, but in this case we didn't want to fill up the whole ceiling with that stuff, so we're doing something more clever instead. Some of the other HVAC is going to be back along that back part of the wall. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna focus less on design. If you haven't seen the first tour, check it out, and we talked a lot about design there. This time I'm gonna talk a little more about some of the construction that's going on. This is to receive our hood. We have a different style hood than we've ever done before. It's like a super low profile hood that lets us get it in close to the wall and not cover all of this stuff up. So we think that will work out really well, and are excited about it. This area here, the ceiling will drop a little bit. We're dropping it like a minimal amount. So you can see there's this piece in place here with the tile that's going to be restored, and then we're dropping the ceiling a little bit, and we're jamming all of the HVAC and electrical and stuff in that space. You can see this is our HVAC and exhaust stuff, and this one is like smaller. You see, like, it's rectangular and it's pretty small, so that it'll fit in like really low profile. Over here you can see some of the roughed-in plumbing and some of the electrical that's being done. So what happens is that stuff's all put in place before the walls are closed, and an inspector comes and says, yes, this all meets code. You can see some of the electrical there. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about roughing things in, and a lot of that work is in place right now. So we're close to being ready for our rough inspections, which is really exciting. I'm going to show you one more thing over here. All right, so we have brand new concrete steps here. We put new concrete there and along this area here, ready to receive the storefront. So this is really exciting. This was all brick, you might remember, and I was really interested whether we could open it up. I thought it'd be really wonderful if we could. We weren't sure it was possible. I think we were scared that if you started taking the brick away, the building would fall down, but we carefully discovered these cast iron columns, and then we were able to bring an engineer in and find they were supporting the building, so we were able to remove all the brick, which is the condition you get to see now. So these are all waiting to receive glass. So there's going to be like a giant pane of glass in between each of these bays, which will be really amazing, and then we'll have booth seating here. One thing we found when we were uncovering this is these columns had stripes around them, and we did a little research and found that this was a barbershop for a while. So at one point these were exposed before the brick was added, and they were part of the barbershop, which is really a neat little piece of history. So you can see then here's the ceiling that's dropping down in the kitchen area. It comes up a little bit higher in this bay. So that's where we are right now. I'll give another tour probably in a week. We've only got 3 weeks to open, so we're getting kicked out of the other one, so we got to make this happen. So it's going to move really quickly.